Are you serious? Are you serious? Someone just typed over here, Pastor, you are frozen in a very thoughtful position. What are you thinking about? Well, I'm thinking about this Middle East peace deal, that just latest one that was signed by Sudan with Israel, and how President Trump has been able to pull this off during such a time as this. And I've been thinking about 2020. I understand it's been the year of the virus and the mask and the shutdown and the deaths that have piled up and the inconsistency and the insecurities and the stock market and the raging economy going right straight down and coming straight back up. The year of the election, the year of but the year also of the peace deals, the year of the wildfires raging in California, the year of the locusts. I've been thinking about all these things, and I'm wondering, what does this all mean? And what does it all mean coming up very soon? Let me just can I put a shout out right now real quick? NobleGoldInvestment.com. That's www. And think about this, www.noblegoldinvestments.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestments.com. Here's the deal. Guys, we're literally 9 days away from the election, 9 days away. And no matter what the outcome is, it looks like the economy is going to be in a turmoil for a while. Matter of fact, you don't want to be a victim. You just don't want to be a victim, guys. Here's what you need to do. Take some action right now to avoid losing your retirement savings if the markets were to hit, okay? Go to www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. They're a Christian company, family-owned, wonderful people. And Colin Plume and his associates are waiting for your phone call. Why? Because you probably need to roll that IRA, that 401k you have, into a gold IRA. Just pick up the phone and call them tomorrow morning. 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. If you qualify for a gold IRA, Colin Plume is going to give you this gold coin. It's an American Eagle gold coin. It was minted back in 1988, guys. 1988. This beautiful case that comes in, and here it is. It's a 1/10 of an ounce of pure gold American Eagle coin minted at the United States Mint. 1/10 of an ounce pure gold. It's worth now at about $279, and it's only going to go up as the price of gold, of course, is going up. So if you qualify, he'll give you that as a gift at www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. All right, guys, thank you right now. Get all the thumbs up right now if you can, because this is a very important segment, and I want to share this with you, and we may talk about this more tonight as well as other things, but certainly the Middle East. Let's just hear what President Trump said about the signing of this, another peace deal between an Arab nation, Sudan, and Israel. Check this out, guys. Check this out.
And that was in particular nice because they've essentially been at war with Israel for a long time. And now it's not only the deal was signed, but it's peace. So that's official, and that's nice. Yeah, we have at least 5 that want to come in, and we'll have many more than that very soon.
President Trump announcing a historic peace deal between the
He just said there's at least 5 more going to come in, and there'll be more pretty soon. President Donald Trump's Middle East peace deal, including the latest one Friday, in this deal of the century he's been talking about for 4 years. And some biblical scholars are starting to ask the question, is this the covenant with many found in Daniel 9:27? Is this the beginning of nations making a covenant with Israel? No, this doesn't make the president the Antichrist. Not at all. But what it does do is it's fulfilling biblical prophecy that's moving ever so closer to the rapture of the church. Are you rapture ready? This is a huge question. But according to experts, this latest deal with Sudan, with Israel, these are all 3 of these, the UAE, Bahrain, and now Sudan. They are unprecedented for this region, the Middle East. That's been literally a disaster for many, many years. And according to a spokeswoman from the State Department, Morgan Ortagus, now the president announced in the U.S. brokered deal from the Oval Office Friday morning, saying there would be many more deals to come in the Middle East. Ortagus, appearing on Fox and Friends this weekend, said it's important to put the agreements into context, noting that up until 2 months ago, it had been 26 years since anybody had built a normal relationship from the Arab nation world with Israel, since 1994 when Jordan did. But according to reports, now it's just over 2 months. There's been 3 more. And Ortagus told co-host Pete Hegseth, saying there is a fundamental shift happening right now in the region. No more Arab Spring of democracy that we had under Obama. It's now a peace arrangements between arch rivals, some that are even been at war at Israel. And the Bible told us, blessed are the peacemakers. Jesus said it in red letters. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. And matter of fact, the Bible said, and David wrote in Psalms 122, pray for the peace of Jerusalem, and they shall prosper that do so. So we have a prophetic situation taking place. Now, she also credited Trump's foreign policy, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and White House senior advisor to Trump and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who have changed the way the United States looks at the Middle East. We have rejected the conventional wisdom that was across both political parties. Both sides of the aisle in Washington, D.C., were where they said we're going to empower the state of Israel and the Arab allies as friends. And we were told by all these decisions that we did that, we could make World War III in the Middle East. This is what people told Trump. If you think you're going to put this together, you're going to cause World War III in the Middle East. But instead, we now have 3 Arab-Israeli peace agreements, according to Morgan Ortagus of the State Department. And she said Arab countries for years said they would not negotiate with Israel until a deal was first made with the Palestinians. But that's changed. They're now getting in, figuring that President Abbas and the radical Hamas of the Palestinians will never agree to anything, and that this is wasting time for their nations, the UAE, Bahrain, and now Sudan, and many others. Trump says 5 more, getting very close, and more. Realize that the best deal for them is to make peace with Israel and to work in the economic world and forget the demands of the radicals that are over on the Gaza Strip. They've also looked at the state of Israel and said it is an economic powerhouse. This is a country with oil. This is a country with gold. This is a country that's blessed. And matter of fact, this is a country that Caleb and Joshua said when they reported back to Moses, they said, look, this is a land that flows with milk and honey. This is the promised land. This is Canaan. And when Trump laid out his vision for peace in the Middle East back in February, he said he hopes to get an Israeli-Palestinian peace broker deal. Palestinians, they're wanting to do something. I'm sure we will get it done too. But you know what it is? It's the Palestinian people who want to get something done. They're tired of being under this radical regime called Hamas and the Palestinian Authority under Abbas. With those guys heading over top of them, they've gotten nowhere but miserable lives in a state that is just in a state of chaos, really, over there on the Gaza Strip and in the West Bank. It's not as bad, but certainly everybody needs this to end. This ridiculous situation. Now, folks, I've been there 10 years. There's a lot of naysayers out here who don't understand the region. They don't understand what's going on And that's why I think that I am qualified to talk about it. I've been there enough, 10 times, guys, 9 times since 2015. And I can tell you, the region is, people are tired of it. And the Hamas, the Islamic Jihad, and ISIS that were all running around in the Gaza Strip have done nothing but bring chaos. President Trump is not the Antichrist. He's a child of God. According to the words of Jesus Christ, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. And the president has been blessed because he has blessed Israel. He has brought blessing upon himself, his family, and this nation. This country went through 3 years of the most powerful economic revival in the history of the country. And even in the midst of this prophetic pandemic, America seems to be rising back. It's only because of those that are haters of prosperity and haters of peace that continue to preach their message of confusion and chaos. You see, the Antichrist, that's exactly right. Someone said the Antichrist is not human. You're exactly right. The Antichrist himself is the spirit of Lucifer, and he will possess an individual who will rise and become known as the Antichrist, but he's really going to be the biblical beast. He will rule a beast kingdom with his sidekick, the false prophet. They will deceive the world into believing that their way, a godless way, a blasphemous way, is what the world needs to have true peace. But you see, the peace that the Lord is talking about, peace between each other, that's of the Lord. The peace that's being put together right now is something that is pure. It's good. It's mankind. The peace that the beast will bring, the peace that the Antichrist brings, is based on force. It's based on containment. It's based on ruling over, lording over, and taking away and stripping away people's personal freedoms and their freedom of religion and their freedom of speech and their freedom of expression. What the beast wants to do, if you read Revelation 13, the peace that the beast talks about is one of blasphemy. Can I read it? You see, this is what people don't understand. And some of our biblical theologians miss it because they can't understand that the peace of the beast is of an anti-Christ and a anti-faith and an anti-love for humanity. That's why Jesus loves humanity. The beast hates us, but will preach a false peace. Here's what it says in Revelation 13. I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. 7 heads would probably be the 7 continents. The 10 horns will be the 10 sections that the 7 continents are divided into, and each section will have a king. And upon the horns, 10 crowns. So they're each going to be kings. And upon the heads, the name of blasphemy. There's the first time it says it. The name of blasphemy. Are you serious? And the beast which I saw was like a leopard. His feet were like the feet of a bear. His mouth, the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power. The dragon being Lucifer. And his seat, he got it from Lucifer. And great authority, he gets it from Lucifer. And I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. They worshiped the dragon, Lucifer, which gave power to the beast, the Antichrist. And they worshiped the beast, the Antichrist, saying, who is likened unto the beast, the Antichrist? Who's able to make war with him? It's a kingdom of force. And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies. There it is again. The power that was given unto him continued for 40 and 2 months. There's your 3.5 years of the beast kingdom reign, forcing humanity into a lockdown. He opened his mouth in blasphemy. There it is, a third time, against God, to blaspheme his name. There's a fourth time. And his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints. What? That's the church. And to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. It's a global cabal. It's a one world government. It's a beast kingdom. I could preach right now, but I've got so much. I just want to just get you started, get you thinking, okay? Everybody put a thumbs up right now. So what the president's doing is simply fulfilling biblical prophecy by trying to get people to see a better way would be to walk in the spirit of Christ. Remember, the president is a Christian. And even in his first inauguration, he had 5 different preachers pray in the name of Jesus. He restored prayer to the White House and is trying to allow people to have the faith and the freedom to speak and to pray and to worship. But remember, no matter how hard he tries to be a peace-loving man, he says he hates war. Yes, he hunted down ISIS, but he's trying to get the Middle East to stop fighting and start working together with the nation of Israel. And he's praying for the peace of Jerusalem. And so should we. God bless all of you. We'll be back with more information. It's going to be a powerful show tonight. You don't want to miss tonight. Somebody just gave me a thumb. Oh, okay. That's thumbs down to somebody else. Okay, thank you. Tonight we're going to have a powerful show. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. Get the thumbs up, everybody. 7 p.m. Eastern tonight with our good friend Doug Hagman. And guys, listen, I tell you something, this deep state conference, the reason God told me to do it, and even the time to do it, right during the blue moon, during Halloween, 3 days before an election, he said, Paul, this is the phase we're moving into. And now look what's happened. 3 nations have signed peace agreements with Israel. We went through the year of the COVID, the year of the locust, the year of the wildfires, the year of the peace agreements, the year of the chaos and the carnage and the craziness. But at the same time, it's a prophetic year of biblical proportion. And we on this online church have seen people saved, come to Christ in record numbers. And we continue to believe that Jesus is coming soon. Here's my question to you. Are you rapture ready? Because if you can't see how close we are to the coming of Christ, and the church needs to be ready, you need to be rapture ready, because we're living in the last days. I'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. Don't miss it tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Get your tickets now for Deep State Uncovered. And if you haven't got the app, I've got 5 videos now on my app that are incredible, that are exclusive to the app. So please get your app now, okay? So just lock that down and get your tickets for Deep State Uncovered. I'll see you guys a little bit later, okay? In just a few minutes, I got one more key info I want to bring forward. God bless you guys.